How's it going, everyone? My name is Sinikle, and welcome back to yet another House in Fata Morgana. We are continuing on from where we last left off. If you want to watch the previous videos to get caught up, link as always is down in the description below. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. There are a couple of links. I don't really like to, talk about them. But check them out if you want to. I honestly don't remember how I did Bestia's voice. I think I have it, but I could be wrong, and it might be a little bit different. I'm sorry. This always happens when I'm trying to do voices. I may have it. Let's try it, shall we? Water. 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 I feel like I'm saying Walter. God damn it. Walter! I just need some water. Just some water. Will they attack me again? No. If I ask... Did they look like they were open to requests? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. No. They tried to kill me. They almost killed me. They threw stones at me. They did more than that. Hose. Excuse me. And knives and sticks and I don't even know. Things I didn't even recognize. They hit me with them. They tried to kill me. They looked like they were going to kill me. I almost died. I'm on the verge of death even now. My throat is sore. You're telling me, buddy. Doing your voice hurts my throat. It hurts. No, I don't feel pain anymore. It burns? Does it burn? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm so thirsty. Water. I just need water. Will they not even give me any water? Why? Why not? Because I'm a beast, yeah? Because I'm a beast. Because I don't need to live. Because I don't deserve to live. Are beasts meant to die? Am I meant to die? I'm thirsty. My stomach is probably empty, too. I don't know anymore. But I'm hungry. So very hungry. I can't take it. 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 Water. I just need water. Just some water. What must I do to get some water from that village? A well. A well. I can find a well. There has to be a well. I know that. I know what that is. I know what a well is. What else do I know? Nothing. 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 I have no memories. I have nothing. I am a beast. A newborn beast. What is this? It's buried. It's red. It feels rough. Alright. Yeah, he's just writhing in pain right now. There was something. There is something. Something I know. I know this. This is mine. It must be. It's mine. I know this. It's mine. I know how to use it, how to touch it, how to hold it, how to swing it. I know what this is, what to do with it, what it's for. I know that with this I can fight on equal footing with them. A beast. 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 I am a beast. Beasts are meant to be ridiculed, to be hated, to be resented, to die. But I want to live, which means I have only one option. Only one way. Only one. With this, I must overthrow those who tormented me. I can do that. Water and food. I can get that. I can get anything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? Javi's mother. But we just learned that Javi's parents died, right? So we're seeing something in the past. Alright, so this... Yeah, okay, so it's like a flashback. Understood. Who could that be at this time of night? Who's there? You shouldn't answer it. It's probably a beggar or something. These are dangerous times. You're right. How unpleasant a world we live in, that we should have to fear for our lives in this little village. Unpleasant indeed. I hope things go back to how they used to be soon enough. God, you just don't give up. Who's there? You're not coming in without identifying yourself. This is rather strange. What's going on, Dad? Oh, did the noise wake you? There's nothing to worry about, son. Sonny boy. Go back to bed. It's quiet down. It'll quiet down soon. Oh my god! I was trying to fix myself, but then the screen shaked and the door. Huh? Ah! Oh. The mother got it first. Uh-oh. I believe the father's about to get it too. What's... Mom? Oh. Is he getting shredded? Shredder, how could you? What? Sorry. Javi. Look away. Why is the beast down? Run, you hear me? Go out the back door and let everyone know. Shout as loud as you... Yeah. Ah! What is this? What's going on? Why? There's blood? Why? It can't be. What the? How did this? Why? Why? Mom? Dad? Bestia. Bestia, the Bestia, you... Why would you... What? Run, boy, run. Run as fast as you can. What's going on? Wait, what? Okay. Are we back? Oh, was it a dream? Was he having a dream? Or a nightmare? What's the matter? You sound like you're in pain. Would you like me to fetch you some water? Water? Don't touch me! Keep your hands off me! Not a particularly restful sleep, I take it. Thanks, maid. Thanks, that needed to be said. Or was it the maid? I have a theory, too, that maybe the mansion is speaking to us. Or, not to us, but... Giving offhanded comments like that. Anyway, sorry. You. Where are you hiding? Why did you disappear? You were always around before. Okay, he is talking to the maid now. Okay. So maybe it was the maid. Show yourself. Show yourself immediately. Where are you? Show yourself. And if I did, what would you do then? Kill me? You thirst for blood? To instill fear? To live? In the face of your desire? Others' lives are meaningless. That's the kind of man you are. Or do you intend to pretend that you never did anything of the sort? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I couldn't help it. I wanted to live. I didn't want to die. Yes. Yes, indeed. That's the kind of man you are. You'll kill for your own sake. You'll kill a child's mother and father as he stands there watching. They tried to kill me first. All of them. The entire village. Calm yourself. Who are you speaking to? Please get a hold of yourself. Silence! Stop talking. Keep your hands off of me. I'll kill you too. I'm a beast who will kill anyone. Calm down. It's alright. Everything's alright. It's alright. I'm a beast. Beasts kill, and so I kill. Breathe slower. I will not harm you, and you will not harm me. It's alright. Put your arms around me. See for yourself that I am not afraid of you. This is brilliant. What are you clinging on to this woman for? Is that the only way you can maintain your grip on yourself? It would be so much easier if you simply accepted the fact that you are a beast. Okay, no, I don't think the maid talks like this. Unless we are seeing a side of the maid that we don't usually see, but I highly doubt that. I did have a theory in the last video that the house is kind of like sentient. So maybe it is the... Well, not house, mansion. Excuse me. But yeah, the mansion. Right? Or maybe Bestia is like fighting his inner turmoil or something. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. You've always been one, haven't you? Can a beast cultivate love like a human? Weep in sorrow like a human? No, they cannot. It's utterly ridiculous. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up! It's alright. I'm right here. I'm right here. Can I trust you? Of course. This little facade will be over soon enough. It will end at that woman's hands. Because that's what she's here for. To crush her soul into tiny pieces. Don't listen to it, man. Don't listen to it. Fight it, man. Fight on. We met 3 years ago. I thought for sure I would get burnt. Sitting beneath a hellishly pounding sun on that sweltering summer day. It's only ever on days such as those that we end up having lunch outside. Not just out of the house, literally outside. The heat was searing. I could hear the cry of seagulls. Oh my god, when they cry! Okay, sorry. I could hear the cry of the seagulls from the restaurant's terrace. Terrace. I remember that day clear as crystal. Yeah, there's no N in there, so meh. Okay, another flashback. Okay. Another scene from the past. Oh, I'm getting sick of these back and forths. Just stating that route. I hate this. Okay, this is a minus point to the game. I hate the back and forths, alright? I hate it when it goes back and forth between past and present. It's kind of annoying. Just saying. Alright. I mean, I get it. We need context. We need to see the character's past. kind of develop a bondedness with the characters and such, right? But is that really necessary? Do we have to keep going back and forth? Just do one chapter that's very long about the character's past, and that's it. There you go. Poof. Right? Okay. That would be enough, right? Whatever. Yes, I have to say, the food here is spectacular. Oh, this is Pauline's father talking. Okay, I thought it was the man. Never mind. And I love that they give you so much meat. Though I thought my gut would explode the first time I saw it. Shut up. Wouldn't you say, son? The merchant is now talking. Okay. Weirdly, we never learn his actual name, do we? Well, no. If we knew this guy's name, it wouldn't say the merchant anymore. We just know him as the merchant. Alright. Anyway. Indeed, yes it is. By the look on your face, I would say you're already feeling it. You're not going to make it in this line of work without a big old stomach, son. I'm a huge fan of this country's food. One taste and you'll never forget it. I'd like to bring the entire cuisine back with me if I could. This is the first time we've seen you in how long? And you're talking about food? Oh, the mother chimes in! The first thing you asked when you arrived was, is the restaurant by the seaside still open, for goodness' sake? Is your heart made out of stone? What? Would you prefer we discuss the mundane? Why don't we talk about the market developments in our spices inventory? That's not what I meant. It's hot. My parents' relationship is on thin ice, but the air feels like it's on fire. It's too much hot. Okay. I'm sorry, that last few words, the last few words threw me off. It's too much hot. Yeah, that's a proper structural sentence. Sure. Always remember to drink water, folks. Refresh yourself. My dad loves this seaside restaurant. It actually specializes in fish, but he always asks for meat. I'm sorry to say, but fish is meat. Are you talking about steaks? Ham, perhaps? Whatever. Though always isn't very often. He's out on the country most of the time, so we rarely eat together as a family. For that reason, I can usually put up with a little heat for a family gathering. Good for you. Alright. This is awkward. Today, however, is awkward. Oh, thank you! You're repeating me, of all people. Go on, son, dig in. You can't find food this good back home. As you say. Every course, the table is lined with meat, meat, meat. Even I'm starting to feel heavy in the gut. At this rate, I might turn into meat myself. Well, there's a funny thing. Humans are made out of flesh, which is, meat. Muscle, tissue. Yeah. YouTube, don't worry. I'm slapping my arm. It's my arm. I'm not doing anything like that. No. YouTube. No. Okay, I'm done. I know what it sounds like, okay? Shit. I'm stupid. What kind of meat would I turn into, though? I guess beef, maybe? If the meal keeps on like this. Just how much food are you planning to order? I can't believe you. Why did I ever marry you? Come now. We're out as a family. You could stand to be a little more pleasant. Oof. Ah. Ee. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Do I hear divorce coming on? Okay. And who do you think is making me unpleasant? Now. Now. No, they both said it at the same time. From time to time, our eyes met, but every time they do, we both avert our gaze. This goes on throughout the meal. Why? What is this? I thought they were a couple. Why? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Well, the first fucking story involved brother and sister fucking incestual relationship. Maybe they're cousins in this one too. Are you her cousin? Is there a trend to these stories? It better not be. You sick fuck. My father invited him to lunch. Dad introduced him as his right hand, so I assume he's also a traitor. His eyes are somewhat narrow, his posture perfectly upright. He looks very no-nonsense, and not especially affable. Frankly, he kind of scares me. Coward. Hey, Dad. Are we going anywhere after lunch? I figured since we're all together, maybe we could take a walk or visit someplace out of town? Yes. Actually, I've got a letter to write after this. A letter to one of the bigwigs back home. So I'm planning to head straight back to the trading post. Oh. Okay. Can't say I'm especially surprised. What do you want me to do? It's work, and it has to be done. Bitch! Okay, I'm done. No, he didn't say bitch. No, it's just a bitch. Oh, shit. If I could get an audience with him in person, maybe this wouldn't be necessary, but that's not possible. So I have no choice but to write a long, long letter. Oh, yes. Pauline. If you are going on a walk, bring him along. I'm sure he's tired of putting up with me day in and day out. Oh, okay, I see what's going on now. Okay. Huh. Okay, so they aren't related. Good. We don't need another one of those types of stories. So you're working for the father, aren't you, boy? Boy! Oh, no, I'm... Hold on now, could you please leave Pauline out of this? She has things she needs to do, do too. Oh my god. Try saying that 5 times. Yeah, what's the big deal? You want to know about an area? Ask anyone who lives there. That's the best way to learn. Besides, you'll stick out like a sore thumb wandering around on your own, son. But I couldn't... You don't mind, do you, Pauline? Not at all. So this is like basically them meeting. Okay. So they're meeting for the first time. Gotcha. God, you are the most inconsiderate man, Mom says, and then leans in and whispers to me. Listen to me. Do not let your guard down around this foreign man. Oh my god, how could you say that? My father is, as a matter of fact, a foreigner. Oh, that's why. Do not marry a man like your father. Although every woman does that. Because they have a daddy issue. Anyway. And the man he brought to lunch is from the same country. Good for him, I don't care. Why was that needed to be said? I don't know. This is a park. Indeed it is. It is a park. Great conversation. Oh boy. My assignment to show this man around town is, to be honest, going quite horribly. You don't say. This is a park. No, just... no. At least she's self-aware. I like that. Couldn't you come up with anything better, Pauline? I don't know anything about the history of this park. In fact, I don't know much about anything of this town's history. I just sort of walk around every day, not really paying in much mind. Wouldn't someone more knowledgeable make a better guide? I can't do it. Don't ask this of me. Also, he's so mysterious. Oh my god, it makes him a hunk of man. So charming. I'm sorry. I'm a little hyper right now. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. He doesn't talk very much, and he's got this perpetually stern look on his face. He really does scare me. Oh yeah, then how did you fall for him, huh? Huh? Tell me the deets! Give me the details! Don't worry, Mom. Your daughter won't mistakenly fall for a foreigner. God, you suck. At any rate, regardless of how I feel, I am still technically his guide. I've got to try a little harder, though I know it won't be easy. And then, there's a fountain. There is indeed a fountain. There's a fountain. Again, no. Seriously, Pauline, he has eyes! I'm sorry, I'm not much of a guide. Maybe my dad could show you around instead. No, don't worry about it. I think you're doing just fine. In fact, I'm sorry you got roped into this. I doubt you enjoy having to walk around town beside, someone like me. What? No, that's not it at all. Oh, is that so? I'm glad to hear it. Here's an idea. Rather than guide me, how about this? Why don't you show me how, what you usually do? The places you normally go. Do you really want to see that? I'd prefer to see the town through the eyes of a resident. To see it for what it is, instead of what makes good sightseeing. Alright then. I often get ham sandwiches from the shops near here. Having lunch on the wall by the fountain is the most wonderful thing. Look over there. See the butcher shop and the bakery next to it? I buy bread from the bakery, bring it to the butcher, get a few slices of ham, and put it on the bread. It's absolutely to die for. But you just had a huge lunch. I'm not getting one right now. Also, please don't think I'm a carnivores. Also, please don't think I'm as carnivorous as my father. You got a big belly there, girl. You a big eater? You like to eat your suppers in full? Sorry, I didn't mean to imply any such thing. Jeez. Wait, hold on. Did he just smile? He did. It was a small one, but he did. He can actually smile. Being human, that should be obvious, but it's a kind of strange seeing him do it. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get along, even just a little bit. I mean, you could try to get to know him. Maybe you will actually develop a relationship like friends. Yes? Or you could stay acquaintances. It all depends on how the meeting goes and how you all bond with each other. That's how relationships go, yes, Pauline. Jesus Christ. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Good start. Sure, go right ahead. Could you tell me about your home country? Perfect. There you go. I've asked Dad, but he won't tell me very much. Ah. Come on, how about it? I'm really curious. He probably doesn't know very much himself. What? About his own homeland? Some don't... What do you... How about that fountain? I'd like to go get a closer look at it. At the spot you say you like to sit. Okay. What was that just now? Did he dodge my question? He very well did, yes. Is there something there he doesn't want me to get into? From this angle, it looks like the fountain is sitting atop the ocean. Oh, yeah, it does. It does. If you want, we can go on the beach. It's a straight walk from here. No, I like this view. The sea's a pretty color here. You can clearly see the white of the fountain upon it. The sea is a different color than the fountain? It is. In fact, the sea is often changing colors itself, but out on the water, it can be easy to overlook. It can be the color of emeralds, or a deep blue like sapphire, or almost black like obsidian. Obsidian? The sea has a face, and with it many expressions. Huh, I'd like to see that. Maybe I'll ask Dad to get him to take me out on his ship. He has a ship, eh? You have quite the adventurous spirit. Not many women say they want to ride a ship. You think? I want to go everywhere I haven't been before. I want to see for myself that the world extends beyond this town. Ah, that's a fine ambition. Hopefully, the time will come when anyone can have access to a ship with relative ease. Boy, you should see how it is now. Woohoo! Why did I do that? I don't know. He actually smiles quite a bit, I guess. And we seem to be talking pretty comfortably, too. He's a lot more friendly than he looks. He appears almost noble, the way he looks out at the sea, his gaze steadfast and unwavering. Oh dear, that was close. He almost deceived me. What? What do you mean? He's a foreign man, and I'm simply his guide. You mustn't think you've grown close to him just because you were able to hold a brief conversation. By the way, pardon me, yes? That outfit you're wearing. What, this? Oh yes, it's absolutely splendid. My dad brought it back for me. It's of a peculiar design with unusual accessories. The moment I saw it, I said, "Oh my!" "Oh my," I said. I don't know why she had to repeat it, but okay. It's so pretty. I want to show it off to everyone. I see. Oh, it's just so magnificent. He actually has a decent eye for clothing. I guess he has more in that head of his than meat. Let me guess. He designed it or something? Or he, like, gave the suggestion to his father to give it to the daughter or something? Actually, I brought back that outfit. Yeah, okay. He is a merchant, so yeah, okay, that makes sense. Huh? When I heard I was going to meet my boss's daughter, I thought it would be best if I brought some kind of gift. Okay, yeah. So I had a tailor imitate the style of my homeland. I'm delighted it's to your liking. What? Hold on a second. Yes? So you're saying these clothes I'm fawning over were given to me by you, and you had them made for me? Indeed. And completely oblivious, here I am wearing them now. More precisely, you've been wearing them since lunch. Why didn't you say anything before? This is humiliating. I want to bury my head in the sand. But I thought you liked them. I do indeed, but... Having never met you, I wasn't sure what colors you liked, but... I was relieved to see you wearing them. They look nice on you. He says with a smile. He's always standing up perfectly straight, always looking stern and no nonsense, and he kind of scares me. But he's a gentleman. I'm gonna go change. What? I'm gonna go change. I'll be back in 5 seconds, or just wait there. 5 seconds, damn. Was she the Flash? 5 seconds is infeasible, woman. Oh God, help me, Mom. I really, really need your help. Because my heart just skipped a beat. For a foreign man! Oh my God! I am marrying my father. Oh shit. Okay, we're back in the present, I think. Oh, is that so? Very well, then. Oh, no, thank you for the information. I really appreciate it. And don't worry about me, I'll keep safe. Goodbye. Shortly before I arrived at the village, a beast appeared. It killed a number of villagers and then disappeared. Ever since then, the village hasn't been itself. There's a cloud of gloom hovering over it, fear visible in everyone's eyes. At first, I thought their fear of the beast was returning. But that's not quite right. Their troubles with the beast are, in fact, still ongoing. Alright. Yo, allergies suck. Ah! My nose! Alright. Ah, Javi. Hey. I hear you were asking around about the beast? Yeah. Talking about the beast is taboo. People are going to push you away even harder now. Though I guess you are leaving in a few days. People going missing. Your beast problem is still going on, isn't it? Huh. After asking around, I'm beginning to piece things together. When the beast first appeared, you chased it away. However, later, the beast came back, killing villagers. After that, the beast disappeared, but villagers began disappearing too. Once a week, someone would just be gone. And even as the weeks passed, none of them ever returned. The people of the village think the beast is responsible. They think it's kidnapping villagers. That's right. This village is under the beast's curse. So you're better off forgetting about this place and the savage beast that dwells nearby. You don't belong in a place like this. Go back to your hometown where it's peaceful. That's the kind of life you deserve. Javi. What? I want you to be honest with me about something. Where does... I won't tell you. Why not? They told me that you would know where the beast is, Javi. I heard from the other villagers that you once chased the beast. Sure you didn't mishear him? No, I'm positive. You know where the beast ran off to, where its hideaway is. You chased after it, found its den, and then you came back. That's what I heard. Didn't you? Why did you keep that from me? When you told me about the beast, I asked you to tell me everything you knew, Javi. But you brushed me off, said you didn't know anything. Said that I should talk to someone else. When in reality, you know more about it than anyone else. Tell me why. Why did you hide that from me? What were you thinking? As you watched me frantically asking around the village for more information. Were you enjoying yourself? Tell me, why are you always so mean to me? Shut the hell up! Like I could tell you. Like I could actually tell you that. What did the village tell you about me? Did it go something like this? That the kid couldn't even take revenge for his parents? That he's a damn coward? I'm sure you heard that one plenty from everyone. And now you think that I'm a coward too. I don't... Yeah, it's true. I went after the beast. I chased it down the night it killed my parents. Hiding around back, I saw it slip into the forest. So I went after it, chasing it until I reached its den. I despised that bestia with everything I had. It murdered my mom and dad. It murdered my friends, the kindly priest, every decent person in town. I needed to get revenge for what it had done. It was my duty to bring retribution upon the beast that stole everything from me. So I tried to confront the bestia. But I couldn't do it. Not only could I not stand up to it, as soon as it turned around and I saw its eyes, its bloodshot eyes and black irises, I couldn't move. Avi. Yeah, that's right. I was a coward. I watched as it killed my parents, and even followed it home. But I couldn't do anything. Anything except run, flee, screaming in terror. That was all I could do. Avi, that doesn't make you a coward. If the beast really was that terrifying, but I was supposed to stand up to it. That's what the rest of the village would have wanted. For someone to eradicate the bestia. When I came back having accomplished nothing, everyone was so harsh. You coward. What did you even go out there for? Constant ridicule. What right do they have to? If they really want him gone, they could all go together, and no one's got that kind of courage left. They're all waiting for someone else to speak up. Someone to stand up and say, "Let's go kill that beast." But no one has the guts to take that initiative. It could have been me, but the moment I fled back to the village in fear, I lost that qualification. And let me guess who's going to do that. Try to rile everyone up. The whole village. Pauline here. Alright. You think that was just me being mean? Huh? That I didn't tell you where the beast dwells? Did you think that was just me harassing you? I've seen the beast. I know how scary it is, and I know how dangerous it is. And do you think I'd tell you where it is? I know good and well what you are thinking. That the guy you are looking for might have been taken by him, and you want to go into its den to see if he's there? Knowing that, do you really think I'd tell you? If you go, it will kill you. You don't have any evidence anyway. Nothing that points to that guy being taken by the beast. But you don't need to put your life on the line for something like that. Something so uncertain. Even if by some chance he was taken by that beast, there's no way he'd be alive. That's what the beast does. No one comes back alive. But you came back alive, Javi. Which means there's no saying for sure either way. That's just because I ran away immediately. But even if he did manage to escape, that's all the more reason not to go check the beast's den. I want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead. Somewhere in a little corner of my heart, part of me thinks that he might actually be dead. I have to have faith. But I'm so close to cracking. To thinking he won't ever come back to me. Then, why don't you just give up on him already? Without knowing for sure, I can't let go. I'll debate with myself forever until I die an old lady about whether or not he's still alive. That's how my life will end. You want closure. You want to know, for sure, whether he's alive or dead, right? Even if he is dead, you'll be satisfied just knowing it? Right. which is why I want to at least follow any possible leads. There might not be anything saying he's there, but it is true that remains of the ship he was on washed up on this village. If he wandered the area and ended up at the beast's den where he was killed, then I'll let go. So please, Javi, tell me where the beast dwells. Make this the last time. Huh? Even if you find no trace of him at the beast's den, even if you don't figure out whether he's alive or dead, you'll give up your search for him. You'll assume he's dead. If you don't reach some conclusion, you'll just keep searching, keep going to dangerous places, keep putting yourself at risk. I want you to stop that. To stop, go back to your town, and live a normal life. Settle on an answer. If you can promise me that, I'll tell you where the beast's den is. Okay. I promise. This will be the last place I look. 2 more things. Wait, you said 1, bitch! First, I'm going with you. What? But I thought, isn't it dangerous? Exactly, I can't let you go alone. Javi, I have to go with you and make sure you don't do anything stupid. Alright, fine. And the other one is? Oh, that's actually fucking perfect. Because what if the curse of the mansion is affecting the village, right? So the village is thinking this guy is the beast, and the beast is actually a human, and the mansion is making the man think he's a beast, and vice versa, right? Because he just encountered another beast, right? Anyway. So what if the curse is affecting the whole village, but who's an outsider here? Her. So maybe the curse doesn't affect her, right? Maybe. It hasn't gotten into influence her yet, right? Because the merchant, when he arrived... wait. Yeah, he was a little weirded off too, right? Because he did look like... He did say something, right? Wait. Shit, I don't recall. Fuck. How did he act? He was a little weirded out, right? The merchant. But not like freaking out like, oh my god, why is this beast talking to me? Why is this werewolf-like thing talking to me? Why is a wolf talking to me? Or whatever like that, right? Huh. Interesting. But maybe Pauline, maybe she'll see a human instead of a beast, while Javi will see the beast instead of a human. This is perfect. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I hope that happens. I hope it happens, man. I hope it happens. Okay. All right, fine. And the other one is, you will not enter the den. You don't understand just how dangerous the beast is. It knows no mercy. It indiscriminately attacks any human it sees. So you can't let the beast find you. You just examine the den from the outside, and when you're done, back to the village. Understood? You need to promise me this. Okay. I'm like so stoked. I hope we get to. Oh, I hope it's this. Oh, hope, please. I gotta calm down. Okay. All right, one more thing. Oh my fucking god, this guy. All right, what's the 4th one? Huh? Is there gonna be a 5th? Huh? I thought it was just 2 things. This is less of a promise and more something that would be nice. I decided when we make it back to the village, I actually would like if you could take me to your hometown. Javi, I'll figure out some way to get permission. And I'll do my best to not be a burden on you. I'm still just a kid and there's not a whole lot I can do, even in a better place. But I'm still surprisingly skilled with my hands. If you have work for me, I'll do anything. So, there's that. Yes, of course I will. We'll go back to my hometown together, and I'll show you all around. We can get some great ham sandwiches there. We'll eat them together in the park. You've told me about that already. Are you ever not hungry, lady? You laughed. You just laughed, Javi. Well, back off. Nope, you definitely laughed. You're kind of cute when you laugh, Javi. Come on, do it again. Go on, like this. Shut up, stay back. Stop it, don't touch my... Whoa, okay. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, God, this is kind of weird. I wanted to see it again. I am not your plaything. Anyway, we set out tomorrow. We will return before it gets dark. You will keep your promises, and you will not do anything dangerous. Got it? Promise. Thank you, Javi. I don't need your thanks. Thank you. That thank you is not for him agreeing to tell me where the beast's den is, but because I can see that Javi's trying to save me. His care calms the turbulent waves that have been crashing inside of me. I was always anxious. I always believed. I always thought I'd see him again. But I also recognized that I was practically living a fantasy. I was just too stubborn to admit it. I certainly won't be able to change how I feel immediately. I'll probably continue loving him. Nevertheless, Javi's words resonated comfortably in my heart. I can see, if but vaguely, a new path, a new way of life appearing, before me. That's what he did for me. I will make this the last time. My final attempt to find him. No matter the outcome, I will stop stubbornly believing he's still alive. And then I'll find happiness on a different path. Is this the end? No. No. Stay. Okay, good. Alright. It still goes. I need a drink of water before I attempt this. Oh my god. Ah! Master. Master. Ah. You have awakened. You gave me quite the startle. Do you not remember? You suddenly started staring off into the distance, and you would not respond to anything I said. I thought you were playing a prank on me. Your hand. Ah, yes, I did not let go of it. For if I had, we would be in quite the predicament. Someone approaching the mansion, you say. You saw them. Those images were not shown to you by me. If you saw something, then it was by your own powers. But if you think about it, that is nothing unusual. You are, after all, the master of this house. You should, in all actuality, be able to do anything I can do by yourself, master. So it is very possible you could have knowledge that I do not. Now, let us return to the mansion's tale. After the second beast paid a visit, Bestia began to destabilize again. The white-haired girl would soothe his heart, but the calm was only ephemeral. He was like a cracked glass ball. If you dropped him, that would be the end. If you put too much force into handling him, he would shatter. He was very difficult to care for, and cracks do not heal. The damage still remains, even if the two sides appear to be held together firmly in place. Furthermore, they slowly, gradually, and without intervention spread. The beast appeared to be afraid of someone's voice. He would, on occasion, stare into empty space and shout, cover his ears, and groan. One day he shattered all the windows in the mansion, crushed the silverware I had just polished to a shine, and destroyed all the mirrors. I assume he did not want to see his beastly self. Or maybe that was the mansion trying to get a better hold on him during that time. Maybe. Trying to influence his mind a little bit more. I don't know. It's a little weird, this whole thing. I hope I'm right. I really do. But I'm probably way off, right? You're all probably just laughing your asses off like, hey, this idiot. Oh, shit. Anyway. Okay, let's do this. More. There's more. There's still more that reflects my image. Windows, mirrors, vases, dishes. They all show my reflection. What are you doing? I have no need of anything that reflects me. You can understand that, can't you? Why? You're going to cut your hands like that. Tracing the wall with her fingers, the white-haired girl approached the bestia. She stretched her spindly, there we go, fingers out toward the beast's rugged hands. His hands were met with blood from his frenzied attempts to destroy anything reflective in his house. Look at all these cuts. Stop. You're going to dirty your hands. Get back. No, I will not. It's no use. No matter how many times you call me human, the mirrors tell another story. Not just the mirrors. Anything reflective shouts beast at me angrily. Look at how precarious I am. It's hideous, pitiful. I thought it was all over when I protected you from the beast. But that image keeps coming back to me. The sight of another beast clinging into me. I can hear its voice. It says, I was only ever a beast. Voice? Whose voice? So you don't know. So you can't hear it. You are fighting against something beyond the limit of my perception. Fighting? No. If only it were a fight. It speaks the undeniable truth. As I have said before, you are not a beast. You look like me. I am certain of it. Oh? Oh no, don't. No. Do not go this route, my man. Your eyes. What? Your red eyes. They show you nothing, but they show me what I am. They show me the difference between us. Are you afraid of my eyes? If my eyes cause you fear, if you can see in them your reflection, then you are welcome to destroy them. Rip them from me with your own 2 hands. I have no need of them after all. Why would it go so far for me? You. The voice says you are laughing at me. That deep down you ridicule me. Do you believe that? After all the time we spent together? I don't know. I'm starting to lose confidence. I believe you. I think I believe you. But I find myself wavering. I'm losing sight of myself and of you, of everything. In all my memories, I am a beast. The voice says I was always this way, which I suppose means I am a beast. I can't be anything but. Do not trust the voice. Trust me instead. I do not want to make another mistake. To do something like run away, because I am so weak-willed. I do not understand this woman. She's so pure-hearted, so beautiful. Like hope personified. I want to understand, to believe her. I was sure I could do it, but I keep failing. Why am I losing my grip on everything? Are words not enough to convince you? What? Are words not enough to convince you that you are not a beast? Then see for yourself. Feel for yourself. That there is but one difference between us. What are you doing? I assume our skin and our hair and our eyes are different colors. But those do not count as difference. The only thing that differs between us is our sex. Hold on. In his utter shock, Bestia was frozen in place. And he was right to be surprised. Oh boy! Look away, children! We're about to get adult in this, so wee-hoo! Okay, what? The sound of rustling fabric shook the air in the forlorn mansion. She had placed her hand on the sleeve of her garments and began to disrobe. Oh my god! Before long... Gaze upon me! I'm sorry. I didn't need to do a voice for that. I'm sorry. Gaze upon me. She was standing there completely undressed. Her body was incomparably beautiful. Slender, not an ounce of excess fat on her. The sight of her was impressive, almost divine. Even I let out a gasp when I saw her. See for yourself. This was the first time Bestia had seen the white-haired girl unclothed. Though they slept in the same bed, as I said before, they did not have a physical relationship. She grasped his unmoving hand and guided it towards her. She moved his hand across her flesh, along the curve of her shoulder, down her arm, and pressed it against her chest firmly enough for him to feel her beating heart. Do you think this caused a stirring within him? Is there any man for whom the touch of a woman's skin would not? Especially one so beautiful as her. However, he was not aroused. Why do you think that was? Because a beast cannot lust after a human? I believe you know the answer. Are you crying? Okay. Could you smile for me? What? I want to see you smile. Like this? I'm not sure I'm doing a good job. No. You're doing fine. Your smile is so pretty. It calms me, warms my heart. I think I know someone, somewhere, who has that same smile. Oh, fading to black? Oh! Okay. Fuck! I'm sick of this bullshit! Motherfucker! I'm... Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, let's go, oh yeah, this is pissing me off. I'm about to fucking tear out my own eyes. Yes, I am seriously pissed, all. God damn. A world apart my butt. Okay. How long have I been recording for? Hour and 4 minutes. Alright, I'll continue. I'm feeling good today. Don't mention it. I realized I accidentally skipped whatever he said before, but anyway, I don't really care because I'm still so fucking pissed off. Okay. I learned so much about this town thanks to you. You made my stay here quite enjoyable. What's the matter? You're looking rather glum. I wonder. Huh? I wonder why the sea exists. You see, there was this giant mass of land, but then an asteroid came and separated the lands, and then over millions and billions of years and such like that, yeah, they drifted, and they're still drifting as we speak. And because of that, there are these tectonic plates, and sometimes they shift as well, and therefore there are earthquakes and such. And you'll learn this, maybe not in this time period, but further along, yes. Motherfucker, I went all educational on all your asses. What? I was born in the port town, so it's always been there for me. This huge, never-ending, expansive, magnificent ocean. Far too big for a single, measly, little human like me to cross. It's so pretty. It is. I feel like I understand why you like the sea. But right now I can't help but wonder why God created such an enormous sea. Oh, it was a lot larger than it is now. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Why he didn't make the world smaller? I'm sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Up for debate. Not at all. I'll probably be back eventually. That's just part of the job. And will you have lunch at the seaside restaurant again? Quite likely. And I bet it will be mostly meat too. Was your stomach able to handle it? I'll train up for next time. Oh, was that adorable? Was that adorable? Your ship is going to embark soon. Yeah. Will people get mad you're not helping them prepare? Most likely. Then you should hurry off. Yeah? Pauline? Hmm? I just wanted to thank you again. I appreciate you taking so much time to show me around. Is that all? No. I don't know why, but I was considering leaving without telling you this. I'd like you to tell me. I'd feel better if you turned around, turned me around. Oh, shit. Excuse me, what? Nah, he didn't say that. I'd feel better if you turned me down. There you go. I can English well. Sometimes. Oh, shit. What? My homeland is only getting more isolated. Unlike your country, mine is not eager to associate with the rest of the world. I probably won't even have their patronage anymore. Patronage. Odge. What I'm saying is that I have absolutely no stability. I can't even say for sure whether I'll be back. So, you're right, there's nothing but obstacles. I'm sure my mom would be opposed as well. But I've fallen for you. The way you look staring out at the sea, the shape of your lips when you smile at me, the kindness in your voice. The more time I spend with you, the deeper I fall in love with you. The whole world could separate us, and these feelings would not change. Well, damn. You beat me to it. If I had waited, I don't think you would have ever gotten to it. I'll say it myself too. I love you, Pauline. I thought for you the moment I first saw you. I promise we will meet again. I promise I'll be waiting. Thank you. It's visible in both of our eyes. This love, strong enough to wash away all our tribulations. Oh, yeah.
Tribulations?
It's all right there, plain as day in each of our eyes. Mine and his.
Okay.
Back to the present. Okay, that was a short one. Great. Still hate it that we keep going back and forth, but it was a short one this time. I appreciate that. All right. Did you hear something? Huh? It sounded like someone's voice. I didn't hear anything. Must have been your imagination. Oh. You want to turn back, lady? Huh? You are looking nervous. I'm just fine. Let's keep moving. Ah, but there is one thing. What? My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. This again? Lady is so distant. I don't like being called that. So call me Pauline. Polly. Oh, shit.
Polly Cracker?
How's that? Can I call you Polly? Oh, come on. I'd really rather you called me Pauline. I'm an only child, so I've always wanted a younger brother or sister, but Polly makes it sound like I'm the younger one. I am not your brother, and I am not a child. You called yourself a kid yesterday, though. That's not what I meant. Oh, fine. You can call me Polly. It's not my full name, but I'm glad you are calling me something other than Lady, Javi. That's what I'll do. Ah, you laughed! Be quiet. You're no fun. There's a mansion up ahead, standing atop the cliff. I can't say why exactly, but I feel like it's something that shouldn't be there. What do you mean? It feels out of place in this area, and something seems off about it. Like it's somehow ethereal, and could disappear at any moment. No, I'm probably just overthinking things. Sorry, that was stupid of me to say. It's okay. We still can't see the mansion Javi's talking about from here. Just dense, overgrown forest. But for some reason I can sense that we are approaching it. It's a strange sensation. Anxiety is bubbling up from deep inside me. Oh yeah, deep inside. What? And at the same time I feel like I could burst into tears. Oh my god! Not of fear, but familiarity. I've never been to this country before. Everything I'm seeing is new to me. There's nothing at all for me to find familiar. Why then? I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to do this? I am. You agreed not to go inside. Don't break that promise. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm sorry for putting you through this, making you relive unpleasant memories. But thank you for accompanying me when you have nothing to gain from it. Don't worry. I'll just look around. I'm only searching for a sign that he was here. And when I'm done, we'll return to the village together. Alright. Okay. Now let's go. Progress! Sweet, beautiful progress! Oh! Shit, man. We push our way through the dark, dense woods. And then, like the world fading into view after a dream, a mansion appears before us. It rests quietly upon a cliff against a backdrop of emerald ocean. This is the Beast's Den? It should by all rights be a magnificent scene, but the blue sky and jade sea clash with the building. It appears alone, isolated, curiously from the rest of the world. Yes, this is it. This is the mansion where the beast dwells. Careful not to make any noise, we draw nearer to the house. This inexplicable structure sitting in between the forest and the cliff. The fluttering I feel in my heart, does not seem to be caused only by fear of the beast. The weeds and plants growing unchecked around the house are tall enough for Harvey to hide in. I imagine that's how he approached the mansion the first time, lurking in the overgrowth. Say, have the people of the village thought about leaving this area? Moving somewhere else, away from the beast's den? Only those with enough savings can do that. Leave without money and you'll just die in a ditch somewhere. Everyone's made their lives here in the village. We have farmland, cattle, ships. It's not easy to let all that go. Not everyone can just hop on a boat to another country like you, Polly. We're not wealthy. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I know. I was being too harsh. You're just ignorant. So naive you believe the whole world is this perfect, magical place. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you are capable of seeing the world like that, there's no reason you should look at it any other way. For as mature as you can be, Javi, you're also rather cynical. Hey! Hell yeah. That's right. Well, pardon me. When you said you would take me to your town, that kind of made my day. There's nothing left for me in this village. You'll find plenty of new things, I'm sure. You can even make some friends in my town. After all, you've still got a long life ahead of you, Javi. So you should make it a fun one. That makes it sound like I'm about to throw myself off a cliff. I didn't mean it like that. We should try to keep quiet around here, though. Okay, got it. Yeah. Shut up! You know, they are getting closer to the mansion, right? Wouldn't a beast actually have better hearing? Like, hello? Think about it. So if he can't hear anyone outside of the house, I kind of think he doesn't have any, like, beastly hearing. Isn't that a little suspicious? Like, I would think an actual beast would be able to hear footsteps outside of the mansion, right? Even when he's inside said mansion. So, it's just a thought to my theory, right? Oh well. As we draw closer to the mansion, I can see the ivy twisted across its stone walls. I press my back against the wall and take a few deep breaths. There's a window next to me. If there really is a beast, if there really is a terrible man-eating monster inside, I'm in danger if it catches me. Avi's eyes entreat me not to go any closer, but I have to see. I have to see if there is a mountain of corpses inside these walls. If there's even the slightest trace of him. I'm just going to have a look. Peek in from outside without being noticed. That's all I'm going to do. And when it's done, I'll go home. Through the window, I see a dimly illuminated hallway. Like the garden, the inside is desolate. But there's still the sense that someone lives here. It's not completely abandoned. Polly. Ah! I see something moving inside the mansion. I hold my breath so whatever is in there does not sense my presence. Does not sense my gaze. And then... What? A shadow whisks past. No. Polly? Hey, Polly! Open up! Please open the door! Stop it, you idiots! What do you think you're doing? Please open the door! Polly, you promised me. Have you lost your damned mind? The only thing in here is a... It's not a beast. Huh? It's not a beast. A beast isn't living in this mansion. You're wrong. It is. There's a beast in there. A beastia! Get away from the door. The beast... It's not a beast. Open the door. Open the... I knew it. I knew it. I was right. You are alive. You're alive. You're alive. I never stopped believing. I knew you wouldn't die. Would you? What the fuck? Okay, flashing light. Yukamasa. What the fuck? What did I just... What was that? Yukamasa. Is that supposed to mean something? I love the music, by the way. Holy fuck. I had faith you were still alive. I wanted to prove it. And I was right. I'm so glad I had faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I missed you so. All this time, I've never stopped thinking about you. I've never stopped imagining a reunion. Oh, that's his name. But why is she saying this? Huh. Yukamasa, I'm so glad you're alive. Stop it, Polly, get away from him. That's the beast. I was fucking right. I was fucking right. What? Wait, hold up. Huh. No, oh, wait, what? Oh. Okay, I was... No, I'm still right. No, I'm still right. Right? It's not exactly him, but it is him. It's someone that... Okay. No, I'll continue on until the end of the chapter, but anyway. Should I do this again? What the fuck?
You'll kill me if I don't kill you, and so I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you, or you just won't understand. You just won't understand. If I don't show you firsthand, you just won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. Kill. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Huh. Oh, damn. Okay, so he does not have a beard. But, huh. He looks... he's digging those vampire vibes. No wonder he's so thirsty for blood and shit, huh?
That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. Look at this. No one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against the beasts.
He's crazy! Look at those eyes! Oh, yeah, did you see that? Yo! It is the mansion, man. It's fucking with people, yo! What the fuck? Oh, I was so fucking right. I am so fucking good on yeah. What? Ikamasa, what's wrong? What? What's the matter? It's me, it's Pauline. I came to find you. I've missed you so much. Ikamasa? Sorry, I still don't understand your language. Wait! Where are you going? Stop it, Polly, don't go after him! Polly! Damn. Damn, man. Huh. This is so fucking intriguing, man. Like, how? Like, Oh, well, whatever. Why are you running from me? Don't you recognize me? It's Pauline, your love. What? Why? Your katana. Why would you point that at me? You're scaring me. What's gotten into you? Wait. Holy fuck, I just realized. Oh no. Nope. 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 I need to back away. I need to, oh hell no. Alright, so I realized, this is when the beast saw the other beast, and, yeah. We saw this already. But through his eyes. Now we're seeing it through Pauline's eyes. Fuck, man. He's about to kill your ass. That's so sad. Oh. Tragedy, man. Misfortune. Holy fuck. But I was right. I was right. I am still right. In a very fucked up way, though. How did he get to do... What the fuck? Huh. This is very interesting. Like, is it going to show us how Yukimasa, like, became the beast? Like, how he got to the mansion? How all this started? I would love to see that. I really hope they show words. They show us after the scene unfolds. Hey, what's the matter? Yukimasa, do you know who I am? What happened? You used to be able to speak my language so fluently. Let's talk. What do you say? Put that thing away, please. It's dangerous. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Why? You cut me. Fuck, man. Holy shit. God damn, man. This is so sad. Well. Alright. So hot. Why? Yukimasa. It's me. It's Pauline. Open your eyes. No, stop. Yukimasa. Please stop this. Yeah, he's not gonna. I'm begging you. Why? Why would you do this to me? Stop it, Yukimasa, stop! Okay. His blade held high above my head glimmers. Why? He's the beast? Tell me, Yukimasa, did you kill all those villagers? Are you going to kill me? Why? Please, stop. Yuki, it's me. It's Pauline. Please open your eyes. Let's go back to my town. I never got the chance to ask if you wanted to move to my country, then we wouldn't have to wait so long to see each other. What do you think? Oh, he said that perfectly in that, huh? It's like for a split second he remembers who he is, but still he just, yeah, it's just,
Burn in hell!
Why? Jesus fucking Christ, look how grim looking that is. Yikes. Tell me, why? And she sees that yeah, okay. Oh wait, no. She shut up. What happened here?
I am grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like. But I do know. Another beast, like me, broke into this mansion.
Was it?
I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. That I did this for you.
Actually a beast. I don't remember that being said the first time. So it must be like revealing that she whispered it. Yeah. And this is what she's thinking right now. I can hear a woman's voice. Ah, shit, man. I can't keep my eyes open. I wonder who she is. It seemed like they're really close. Did you choose someone else? Then you could have just said so. I wouldn't be angry. We've been apart for so long. Oh no, this is Pauline. Oh, in her last moments. But this does kind of hurt. It hurts. I can't take it. Just once. Could you turn back and say my name? I proved it. That you are still alive. We were lovers, weren't we? So why? You said you wanted a peaceful life. I can't take this. Oh shit, man. Holy shit. So even that, oh my god. So Yukamasa's desire for a peaceful life even derived through before to Pauline. Holy shit. And he remembered that for a split moment. So he was like fighting back. Man, the mansion is a bitch. Yo, this mansion can kiss my arse, man. What the fuck? This is a bitch. It hurts so bad. Yukimasa. I can't take this. What I want most is to spend a nice, quiet life with you. I don't need anything extravagant. Just an ordinary life, slowly growing older, having 3, maybe 4 children. We'd never fight, and eventually, before I knew it, I'd be an old lady. Thinking, it was an uneventful life, but it was the best I could have asked for. That's the life I want. And what about you? Yes, I too wish for a peaceful life with you. Damn. Alright. Now, what is Javi? Okay. So, I never, we never really got to see a third beast appear when we were in his eyes. So now that we're on this side of things, let's see what happens. Well, first off, where is this? Is this still at the mansion, or did he run away back home or something? I couldn't do. Master? Master? What is the matter? You look pale as a ghost. What? I lied to you. I have not told you a single falsehood, Master. Ah, about the beast? That means you were seeing her memories, then? Is that so? That must have been quite difficult to witness. But I assure you, I have told you no lies. Bestia was convinced he was a beast. And as a servant of this house, it is my responsibility to present my former master to you as he saw himself. This would have been a very different story, but you... different story had you not discovered the truth. Okay, so we were getting 2 stories. Okay. As the master, he was looking at the story unfolding through Pauline, while the maid was telling us the story on Yukamasa's side of things. We were getting 2 stories here. 2 sides of the same coin. Damn, man, that is good storytelling, man. A beast meets a white-haired girl and learns humanity. That tale would have been far easier on you, I'm sure. By remaining in the dark and seeing the story through his eyes alone, you would not have had to witness that poor girl's miserable death. And that perhaps would have been better for you. But the reality you observed through her eyes changes the truth of his tale. Yes, and the truth of the tale is the mansion is fucked up because it's somehow, some way altering whoever resides here. It's quote-unquote master. It feeds on their fucking miserable misfortune, man! Like, no, how did you... Okay, first off, I would... Why and how did Yukamasa first started thinking he was a beast? Like, he mentions... He did tell a story of how he was first being called Bestia, right? How he got that namesake, right? And he explained the village just thrashing on him, calling Bestia because he was a beast. But how? He looked fucking perfectly normal Unless that village in particular, maybe the country doesn't accept foreigners? But no, Pauline was just fine. She wasn't, like, being thrown, like, rocks at or anything. So why is he different from Pauline? That's the question. Why? What the unless the mansion... I don't know. There's a few holes in the story here. Maybe I just haven't found the answers yet. Maybe we need to continue on. I don't know. Maybe I should shut the fuck up and read. Because we aren't done yet. And it sounds like the visions you had and it sounds like the visions you had did not run in parallel to the events I described for you, but took place slightly earlier in time. Yes. Which means that, yes, her fate was set in stone well before you ever saw it. I do have to wonder, though, why did Bestia believe the woman to be a beast like him? Because the mansion, man. Perhaps it was because her hair, eye, and skin color were similar to his own. The poor young woman who called upon the mansion did indeed resemble Bestia. What? Poor young woman who called upon the mansion did... What? They were of a similar race. Half of her blood was of the same race as his. But was that the only reason? Wait, what? Will that be enough for him to mistake her for a beast? I have my own theory. His memories may have played a role. I suspect Bestia was afraid the memories from when he was human would cause him to waver. But that is simply my own speculation. Perhaps he had merely lost his grip on reality. How well have you come to understand Bestia, Master? You do appear to think he was an ordinary human who believed himself to be a beast. But where does the line between man and beast truly lie? That I do not know. Master, if, like Bestia, you were to lose your memories and endure the persecution and degradation, until you broke, would you still remember those you care for? Now our tale is not yet over. The web of... my throat, fuck! The web of misfortune was tightly, oh so tightly entangled. It could not be unraveled. Let us return now from her memories to the point where we left off in our story. Just after the white-haired girl had disrobed, showing Bestia the difference between her and him. This was, yes, several days after following the young woman's death. Okay, so at this point in time, okay. It was a few days afterwards. The blood in the hall had been cleaned up, and there was no trace of it any longer. He had made a tremendous mistake, though the only people aware of that mistake are you and I. There is perhaps a chance the white-haired girl had realized, but she knew nothing of the woman. So I entreat you not to fault the white-haired girl for trying to be kind to Bestia. She is without sin. In any and all times... What? I'm confused. Whatever. The beast? No. The man made the white-haired girl put her clothes back on. He seemed to have calmed down a bit. After examining her body and comparing it with his own, he was once again coming to think he might not be a beast. In the past, he would have rejoiced to have proof of his own humanity. However, it was for him then the seed of several new doubts. You said I am human. Yes. Do you still believe this? Actually, now that we know that he's actually fully on human, maybe you should, like, make it less raspy and lower the tone a little bit, right? Let's try something here. I certainly do. You are simply mistaken. You believe yourself to be a beast because of what the villagers said. Why do they call me a beast? If I were able to see, I could surely answer all of your questions. But I cannot. So all I can offer you is my conjecture. Go on. Tell me. I suspect that you do not come from this country. No. You do not come from this continent. So it's like a race thing? What? Because earlier on, the maid did say something about races, right? I don't know, I'm getting a headache from all this. I'm just trying to understand, like, how did he... My main focus here is how did he get his mind set on him thinking he was an actual beast? And we seem to be focusing on that now, thankfully. But, like, how? I would like to, like, set up a theory for myself before the answer is thrown at me, but if it is, then whatever. Anyway, he came to the continent from far, far away, perhaps even across the seas. This land has been cast into turmoil by the war. Fortunately, no fighting reached the village, but it has blocked trade routes, stripped them of their independence, and cast a dark shadow over their hope. They are quite devastated, I imagine. And then you showed up. From what I have heard, this area is not particularly friendly to people from other countries. That's why? So wait, so the village treated him like shit because of the war. Thinking he was going to cause harm to the village. Or something like that, right? So they go throwing shit at him, belittling him, and treating him like human garbage, like a beast. Just for that. Huh. Plausible. But it would have to be... How... I have to think of it in his mind. Like, would this character actually, like, mentally break from that? Actually thinking about it, yeah, maybe he would. Yeah, mentally, I think he would. Huh. Shit, man. Alright. Even less so those from another continent. I doubt they know much about distant lands, so they had probably never seen someone like you before. But in addition, you would have been wearied and worn. I guess you were emaciated, wasting away. Enough so that you did not even look like yourself. Do you not remember how you arrived at the village? Oh yeah. When I woke up, I was on the beach. I don't remember anything before that. My joints all ached, and I was incredibly thirsty. Oh shit. I was so invested in this, I forgot to do voices. Shit. Sorry. I was in so much pain. I sought help. But nothing I said got through to the villagers. And because he spoke in a different language. That would help too, yeah. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Yeah. Back in those times, yeah. Yeah. Okay. This makes a lot more sense now. Okay. But still, to be mentally broken down into seeing even yourself as a beast. That's fucking wild, man. I still say the mansion plays a part. It may not be that strong, but I still fucking think. Right? But nothing I said got through to the villagers. I did not understand what they said earlier, either. Excuse me. But the one thing you did understand was that they were calling you Bestia. Right. And I also understood that the word was used to describe beasts. The way they looked at me, it wasn't normal. So I imagine, at first they simply didn't want the trouble. They didn't actually think you were a beast. Simply that this wretched man, unfamiliar in appearance, who had washed ashore, resembled a beast. Oh my god, my throat. Washed ashore? You were in an accident, were you not? While crossing the sea? I do not remember. I can't remember. No, I mustn't remember. If I am not a beast, that means the other beast wasn't one either. What did the beast look like? It looked somehow similar to me. Its hair color, skin color, eye color, and the way it spoke seemed vaguely familiar. Which means it was... I cannot accept that. If I do, then that means I have done something terrible. No! What? They did call me a beast. I was in fact a beast. As I've been saying, that's because... Tell me I'm a beast, please! Let me remain a beast! Oh, yeah. He doesn't want to admit that he may have killed a human. Yeah, that would that would mentally break him even further, I think. You've killed quite a few. It's hard to say. Yeah. How do you imagine he saw the world? I cannot even begin to fathom. But you can never know what someone else sees. And there is nothing to say they see the same thing as you. As you and I have seen different things. Oh my god, the moral of the story! So too did the man and his lover see different things. Or perchance the true shape of the world is visible only through the white-haired girl's sightless eyes. Do you think the reason he so stubbornly rejected his human memories is because he had taken the life of his beloved? I personally believe that there was more to it than that. Do not say over. Do not do it. I will end you. I will end you. I will end you. I will rip you to shreds. Someday you shall remember. You shall remember everything. I will not allow you to avert your eyes. Remember that you have always been a beast. Incapable of saving anyone, only of taking. Remember and suffer. Agonize, writhe, anguish, grieve, suffer. Flashing lights! Ooh, crashing waves. Pauline's father. Such a damned shame. Our homeland is but a stone's throw away, and they still won't let us in. But how long are they going to maintain this stance? Regrettable, isn't it, son? Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Captain Asama. We can make it this far on the white men's ship, but they give no response to our missives. Excuse me. I'm not sure it's even reaching the magistrate's hands. It is so difficult to even the slightest... Wait, what? Oh, I missed a word, excuse me. It is so difficult to be even the slightest bit accommodating to your fellow countrymen. I mean, during a war, in those times, they seem to be treating the white men rather poorly as well. I hear they imprison them on a tiny man-made island. That's no way to make friends. Well, all things considered, we can hardly call this our homeland anymore anyway. For how many generations has your family lived overseas again? I am the third. I see. Then I doubt you have any attachment to this island. Land. Excuse me. That's not true. I may never have the opportunity to set foot on her soil, but my spirit dwells within this land. My grandfather has told me much about this country, of her 4 rich, vibrant seasons and boundless beauty. I am grateful, deeply grateful, that you invited me on this voyage to visit her, Captain Asama. I have finally, if only at a distance, laid eyes upon my home. I cannot say even this era may draw to a close, but I hope the time comes when we can proudly proclaim her our motherland. You can't find food this good back home. I eagerly await the day that becomes true. Indeed, as do I. I've lied to her. She believes I was born in the Orient. But in truth, I have never once set foot in that country. I was born in Europe. My family has not been permitted to return since my grandparents left. I can still remember as clear as day the look of profound regret on my grandfather's face as he departed from this world. He bequeathed unto me a katana, and on that day, that blade became the one object binding me to my homeland. I could not bring myself to tell her that I am disallowed to return home. I did not want her to think that I had been forsaken by my country, that my country would do such a thing. However, some part of me believes there was more to it than that. A smuggler. Yeah, I never would have expected it. Not on this ship. One of the crew was conspiring with a government official. He hid unreported goods on board and delivered them in secret. What goods? Silver coins. Spanish coins trade for more than they are worth as currency. The official was sentenced to commit seppuku. Okay, so the names... Okay. So, he said earlier, Europe. And these people have the names of those in Asia. So, I can see where this is all transpiring. Okay. I get it. I get it. So, okay, so yeah. Okay. I got you. I got you. But we are responsible for our own crew's punishment. I am still trying to decide how to handle it. Have him commit seppuku as well. This sailor has brought shame upon the entire ship. If he is made to take responsibility for his actions, then perhaps we can minimize the damage to our reputation. You make a fair point. Unfortunately, he is not of this land. I doubt he is familiar with the ritual. Then I shall serve as his second, and ensure he dies without issue. Have you lost your mind? I have been trained in the art. It is unlikely I should fail. You are not a samurai, though. I was born into a family of samurai. At least it was until 3 generations ago. But that blood still courses through my veins. Very well then. That is how we shall do it. We now commence the ritual seppuku of our fellow crewman, Sirdolf. Sirdolf has, in violation of restrictions set in place by the shogunate? Sorry if I'm butchering. Committed the grave crime of smuggling prohibited goods into the country. In order to atone for this betrayal of the trust of both nations, he vows to take his life here before you. Seafarer. Do you have any last words? I deeply, deeply regret that we should have to lose a companion, with whom we have traveled the 7 seas in this manner. Do it. Wasn't me. What? It wasn't me. I've been set up. I didn't smuggle anything. I don't know anything about any silver coins. I've been framed. Believe me. Why should I... Yukimasa, he said the accusations were false. Lies to escape punishment. I could not allow him to continue shaming himself and us when his fate was already decided. Oh shit, he was doing it. He was doing it! This motherfucker! He's actually a bad person! He's a smuggling little bitch! Oh, now he's a murderer too. It would only serve to tarnish this ship's honor. But an investigation was performed. It is our duty to entrust those results. You're right. Yes, you're right. Good work. Now this needs to be cleaned up. Yes, sir. I'm sure I was mistaken, but I would like to ask you anyway. Were you smiling as you did it? You must have been seeing things. Evil motherfucker. Evil motherfucker! I feel bad for this motherfucker! Hold the phone! Hold the phone! Okay, this bitch. This motherfucker. Was that really the only reason? I couldn't bring myself to tell her that... Oh, okay, this... Yeah, okay. I was confused for a second, but it's still him. Okay. I couldn't bring myself to tell her the truth. Damn, this is still going. Holy fuck. What? What was that dream? Was that from my memories? Holy shit, my throat is so dry it hurts. Whew. No. Asama, I've never met that man. Or that woman. No, I was just, no. It wasn't me. I don't. And he's going through a fit. My throat hurts so much, I can't do this. I'm sorry, you guys. But hopefully you can read that. I'm not gonna go screaming that out or anything. I don't remember anything. Not a thing. Not a single thing. I'm a beast, not a human. I don't need those memories. Are you there? Are you there? Where are you?
Come to me. Be with me. Peace. My peace.
Where are you? Where have you gone? Why? Why are you not at my side?
Don't remember anything. Stop remembering.
What? Is that a silver coin?
Spanish silver.
Some weeks after we set off back west, I find a silver coin in the ship's hold. I don't know if it got overlooked or dropped when transporting the rest, but there's just one. The first thing I think when I find it is that I should report it to Captain Asama. But instead, I slip the coin into my pocket and take my leave of the hold as if nothing ever happened. Not for the purpose of smuggling it for some extra cash. It only has extra value in the east. Back west, it's worth nothing more than its designated value as currency. So again, it's not for want of money. Well, damn. It seems Sirdov might have been innocent after all. Perhaps so. And if he had no hand in the smuggling, then I have done a horribly regrettable thing. No. As you said, an investigation was conducted. We had no choice but to believe the information we were given. You mustn't blame yourself. I feel bad for putting such an unpleasant responsibility on you. Not at all. Now, how do we handle this? I can't believe a silver coin was found in someone else's luggage. It wouldn't be best to handle this eternally. Publicly, we have already made our amends with Sirdov's death. That's true. Though it would be prudent to try and discover from where he is acquiring the coins, so as to prevent another such incident. Should one of our crew be caught smuggling again, he will not be the only one asked to take responsibility. I have great sympathy for you, Captain Asama. This is quite the headache. I can't imagine he would give up his connections just because we asked. We can force him. If he doesn't want to talk, then we can give him some encouragement. But I couldn't. Worry not, Captain Asama. I shall take care of the dirty work. You needn't trouble yourself with anything, Captain. Leave it all to me. Captain. Very well. I leave this in your hands, Yukimasa. Yes, sir. Seafarer again. Well, a new one. Anyway. How are you feeling? Hey, untie me! What is the meaning of this? A silver coin was discovered in your luggage. Huh? A silver coin? Interesting. It would seem you have quite a knack for acting. Hold on, I don't follow. I thought the smuggling problem was taken care of. Sirdov wasn't the only one doing the smuggling. It was you. Oh, sorry, I added in a word for some reason. Wasn't the one doing the smuggling, it was you. Like hell, I've never seen any damned silver coins. This is some kind of mistake. Check my bags again. A coin was found in your luggage, regrettably. Captain Asama saw it himself. Lies. I swear I've never touched one. Is that so? I swear, never once. Please believe me, I'm no smuggler. I've done good work, even on this expedition. You know, I'm not someone who would get involved in smuggling. I don't know what kind of person anyone is. We may have known each other for years, but that doesn't mean I have any way of knowing what you think in private, how you feel, what kind of person you are. You smuggled the coins, didn't you? I didn't. I had nothing to do with it. Who was your supplier? I'm telling you, I'm no smuggler. It puts Captain Asama in an uncomfortable position if you don't talk. We can't risk damaging our homeland's trust any further. I swear to God, I had nothing to do with it. So you won't tell? How can I tell you something I know nothing about? I see. You believe me. So it's very, very important information. Enough so that you can't give it up so easily. In which case, I'll just do what I have to do until you talk. What are you? Look. Whenever you're ready to talk, let me know. I'll stop right away. Hey, stop! What are you? Quite the thick fingers you have. Let go. What are you? But it's all meat. Your bones aren't any thicker than anyone else's. Ah! My finger! Oh, don't start screaming just yet. That was just the first. Your little finger. Next is your ring finger. Stop. Please don't. I'm begging you. Are you ready to talk? I told you I don't know anything. Too bad. Your middle finger. Don't. Your right hand is going to be useless if you don't start talking soon. What do you want me to tell you? I swear I had nothing to do with it. What has you so stubbornly refusing to talk? Is your supplier really worth going to such lengths to protect? No, I can't tell you what I don't know. That's... I'm really trying not to scream so loudly. But I'm putting in effort. All that's left is your thumb. Help! Someone get me! Just so we're perfectly clear, everyone on board knows what you did. No one's going to come to a smuggler's aid. God, I can't take any more of this. Please stop. Ready to talk? What will it be? I'll talk. Okay, I'll talk. If anything you tell me is a lie, you can consider your life forfeit. Are you ready to tell me the truth? We will investigate the details of your confession. If you lie, we will find out. Understood? But I... Speak. But... Or can't you? I don't know anything. That's a shame. Oh well. You won't be using your right hand ever again. Damn. He's an asshole. He is such an asshole. I bet he's fucking smiling wide while doing this. Although there are still 5 fingers on your left. Let's start right now. Are you in pain? Do you want me to stop? Yes, please. All right. Oof. 4 left. That is quite the face. I wish I could show it to you in a mirror. What is wrong with you? You monster! I'm not doing this because I want to. You're the one forcing my hand by refusing to talk. Now go on. Spit it out. You wouldn't believe anything I said anyway. How long have you been doing this? You are the first. Liar! You sick bastard! It's the truth, though. Then why are you smiling? He did not like that. 3 left. What will it be? Will you tell me everything? No lies and no omissions. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. 2 left. It's surprising how easily they break. Okay, I definitely can't do that. Not that either. This is the last one. It burns. It burns. My fingers are on fire. Now, what next? It burns. It burns. It burns. Are you listening? Hello. This over a few broken fingers? Bitch, have you ever broken your own damn fingers? You do this, yet you expect to know that. What? Broken fingers are no joke. It's a bone. I mean, sure, it's not a leg or anything, but still, it's a bone. Oh, shit. Anyway. Need me to wake you up? Let me tell you something. I'm the one who put the coin in your luggage. Of course you don't know anything. Someone, anyone get in here! The silver coin wasn't... Don't go shouting things you'll regret. It's hard to fight back, with your hands in that condition. Having trouble breathing? Well, are you? You need air? I guess it's hard to talk with my hands around your throat, huh? Do you want air? Alright, then you can have some air. Someone, anyone, please get in. You just don't learn. I can see the words written on his face. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? That is a good question. I'm not even sure myself. Whoops. Hey, answer me. Well, damn. I missed the opportunity to use my katana. You straight up strangled that man before torturing him with your bare hands. I tossed the man's body overboard. My story will be that he sneaked out while I wasn't looking and threw himself into the sea as I watched the sack of flesh sink into the depths. I'm thoroughly shocked to realize I don't feel the slightest bit bad about what I've done. No regret, no remorse, nothing. I comprehend that the things I've done are reprehensible, that they are evil, but that knowledge wasn't sufficient to restrain my urges. There's an itch I've felt deep within my chest ever since the moment my blade sunk its teeth into Serdov's neck. I don't know what to call it, but I feel like I'm floating, like everything swirling around inside of me has been unleashed, set free. There's also an edge of anxiety, though. If I continue down this path, what might I transform into? Despite feeling not the slightest bit guilty about the horrible things I've done, I still fear this life I've made slipping away from me. I want something to anchor me. What exactly am I? Is this what I wanted to become? The kind of man who can take another's life without flinching, fully aware of his actions? And if that's truly what I am, perhaps it would make things easier if I did lose everything. So all that was before this scene here. That's fucked up. Damn, I thought it was before the crash. But holy fuck. This is dark shit, man. Holy fuck. Oh, don't scare me like that. And where did you pick up the... Oh, yeah, this is... Okay. Okay. I still don't know if I was saying this right. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna read it over again. You can read, though. You can read. I'll give a few seconds. I'm sorry. You just looked so much like a rabbit there. The way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me. Oh, shit. Now that we know. Damn, man. Is something you call a child. Sorry, I realize I'm doing it quite fast. Oh, shit. Year and a half. Damn! I'm actually surprised it's not showing the sprites, but I can kind of understand why. It's to give more depth to how much he's changed between first seeing the scene and then the now. Oof. The beast he's become. The sea god was watching over us. Yeah, right. What the hell? Okay, we're back to the present. I don't know. What am I? Who am I? Who? What is this room? What are those colored windows? Were those here before, in this mansion? I know what that is. It's an angel. The angel is looking at me and laughing. The angel is looking down on me and laughing. What are you doing? The angel is laughing at me. The angel. So the angel. You, where were you? I went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. You have nothing to worry about. I will not run away from you. I am not human. Am I? I'm not a human. You are not a human. You are you. It's all right. I imagine it's quite disconcerting, having lost your memories. But no matter what happens, you will always be you. Don't be afraid. Are those the words of encouragement I truly wanted to hear? Am I afraid of being myself? I don't know. Don't think about it. I am a beast with no memories. Sheesh! Finally! Oh, shit. Was that the end of that door there? I'll give it a little bit longer just to see if this is the end of this this chapter. This door. The second door. I want to see. Sinikle drifted erratically between human and beast. If he accepted himself as human, it might cause memories better left buried to return to him. If he accepted himself as a beast in exchange for his memories, he would no longer be able to rejoin human society. The white-haired girl fervently supported him in these precarious times. I was quite amazed. I had never imagined she would grow to be such a strong woman. Nevertheless, God is a cruel master. For what strength he gave her spiritually, he took an equal part from her physically. Though she persisted day in and day out to stay by the man's side, one day she suddenly fell ill. With her in the throes of a high fever and not knowing the cause, he fell into a perpetual panic. There was no medicine in the mansion. They could hardly manage to put together sufficiently nutritious meals. Though there was no medicine, maybe there was something else that could make her feel better. However, everything he could think of required him to leave the house. No, okay, continues. Alright, this is a long-ass chapter. Alright, so I will leave it here, because this is already a very long-ass chapter. Let me save real quick. The world apart, and not anymore. The fruit. Oh, yeah, the apple. The apple. Alright. 2.5 hours? Wait, what? It's 5 a.m. for me. Holy fuck. Yeah, I record around these times. Yes. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and end it here then. I already saved, so let us, go to the title screen. Good. Long-ass chapter. Long-ass video. What the bloody hell? Alright. So, okay. So, this would be my third recording in less than a week. And my first two recordings equal up to about 1.5 hours. So, I am not going to combine all 3 of these and make one long-ass 4-hour video. Not happening. I'm not doing that to you guys. I'm not doing that to myself. So, yeah, I will split these into 2 videos. So, yeah, we got a lot of content here. We got a lot of shit done. We aren't done with the chapter, though, apparently. Goddamn! Alright. That was interesting. I still think the mansion is a little bit, because, you know, how do you explain this shit, man? I feel like the mansion is preying upon things of... I can't explain it, man. The mansion's cursed, man. It's sentient, man. Please. Alright, I won't go on a rant. I will end this video quickly. And yeah, let's end it now. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because there will be more. The house in Fata Morgana, obviously, duh. And other stuff too on the side, like Corpse Party, and we're gonna try and finish Higurashi. I promise. One of these days, it will happen. Joking aside, see you all next time. Bye-bye.